The time is 12 o'clock. Here is the midday news. First, the top stories. Four policemen sacked in Ogun Police Command for alleged extortion. Hajj Commission worried over low registration for 2017 Hajj. Military says it is tackling 14 major security threats nationwide. 11 people killed, others injured in massive flooding in Niger State. In foreign, Kenyan president and chief judge in Cold War ahead of the national poll, and fire outbreak at a popular Camden Lock Market in London. Good afternoon, I am Chienye Egwuonwu, bringing you the details of the news shortly. Force headquarters has sacked four policemen in the Ogun State Police Command for alleged extortion. The four policemen include Inspector Mufutao, Sergeant Adebayo Timitokwe, as well as Lance Corporal Bakri Taiwo and Adesoye Ajokun Lenyi. The Assistant Police Commissioner in charge of the Police Public Complaints Unit, Abayomi Shogunle, says the policemen who were attached to the Ijebode Area Command were asked to go after an oddly roomed trial. The policemen, according to him, last June 7, arrested a man who was leaving a bank and took him to the Igbeba police station in Ijebode and allegedly made him to write incriminating statements that he is a Yahoo boy. Shogunle explains that the policemen also allegedly made the man to fact jump and released him after collecting money from him from the 50,000 naira he collected from the bank. According to Shogunle, the man, while lodging a complaint with the Police Public Complaints Unit, alleges that the sum of 50,000 naira, which he had gone to collect on behalf of his boss from the bank, was also collected by the policemen as his bail. The police chief says the money had since been recovered from the four policemen and given back to the man. Operations at the new 676 megawatts Olorunshogo power plant at Papalanto near Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, is almost grounded due to the acute short supply of natural gas. The gas shortage had grounded most of its turbines, reducing power generation from the power station. The plant receives gas supply from Itoki end of the Oben-Itoki gas pipeline segment of the Escravos Lagos gas pipeline system. The power plant was constructed by SEPCO, Free Electric Power Corporation of China. National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, is worried over the low registration by Nigeria's intending pilgrims for this year's Hajj in Saudi Arabia. The agency's commissioner in charge of policy, administration and finance, Alhaji Yusuf Ibrahim, expressed the concern at a meeting with major Hajj stakeholders and ulama in the southwest on the 2017 Hajj fair. Top Hajj officials from Ogun State and other states in the southwest region were in attendance at the meeting. Ibrahim notes that most of the intending Hajj pilgrims who had paid initial deposit for the Hajj fair are reluctant to pay the balance, hoping that the fare will later be reduced. He urges them to complete the payment as the Hajj Commission lacks the power to further cut the Hajj fare, which according to him is based on the exchange rate of the naira at 305 naira to a dollar. The 1.5 million naira Hajj fare, according to him, ought to have been between 2 million naira and 2.5 million naira if the Commission had not bypassed some agencies in negotiating the accommodation rents in Mecca, which reduced the rent by $400. Chief of Defense Staff General Abayomi Olonishakin says the military is at the moment battling 14 security threats nationwide. The security threats, according to the defense chief, include kidnapping, terrorism, armed robbery, cultism, militancy, and oil theft. Olonishakin made this known in New York at a reception which was organized in his honor by the Nigeria's permanent mission to the United Nations. General Olonishakin, who is in New York for the second Chief of Defense Staff Conference, says that within the next few days, the captured Boko Haram fighters who are repentant will be moved to the Operation Safe Corridor in Gombe State for radicalization and integration. A fresh Lassa outbreak in Plateau State has claimed the life of a student, while two others have been hospitalized in an isolated center. The outbreak was recorded at the federal government college, Langtang. Plateau Health Commissioner Kudende, who confirmed the outbreak, says four students were rushed from the school clinic to the Jos University Teaching Hospital. Chienye says immediately the students began to show symptoms of Lassa fever, their blood samples was taken to the Lagos University Teaching Hospital for a laboratory test, where the results showed positive to the disease. The commissioner said that the Plateau government and the principal of the college had agreed to halt the resumption of all the students from their mid-term break. The Education Initiative for Development in Western Nigeria, a non-governmental organization in the education sector, will on Tuesday, July 11, hold its maiden town hall meeting on its flagship project, a campaign for alma mater endorsement in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The initiative, according to a release by the management trustee Adebowale Thompson, is a clarion call to all and sundry to return to their alma mater from the primary to tertiary and give support to the recovery process from the ailing condition of the sector across the southwest region. The event will take place at the BLK Event Center along Abiola Way, Abeokuta by 10 a.m. Thompson explains that the meeting will have in attendance all stakeholders, including members of the Old Students Associations, Nigeria Automobile Technician Association (NATAR), the National Union of Road Transport Workers (NURTW), and market women and trade groups. Others are community development associations and youth groups such as the Boy Scout, Red Cross, Boys and Girls Brigade, as well as Development for Western Nigeria Commission. He added that at the end of the meeting, the modalities for civil society's intervention and support for the revival of the education sector in the southwest region, starting from the primary school level, will be decided. 11 people have died in massive flooding during the non-stop 5-hour rainfall in Suleja and the Tafa local government area of Niger State over the weekend. Several other residents in the communities were injured, and houses were also destroyed. Bodies of most of the people swept away by the flood had not been reconvened as at Sunday. Director General of the State Emergency Management Agency, Alhaji Ibrahim Inga, told newsmen on Sunday night in Mina that 9 of them were killed at Chienye and 1 in Kosapa, both of them in Suleja. The 11th victim died at Anyi in Nasarawa local government area of Tafa local government area. Flood from the 5-hour heavy rainfall also submerged dozens of homes in Katuma and Gwanfuari in Suleja. You're still listening to the Midday News on Rock City 101.9 FM. Up next, we bring you foreign, business, and sports news. Please do stay with us. Now on the foreign scene, Kenya's Chief Justice has warned President Uhuru Kenyatta not to undermine public confidence in judiciary, following the sharp exchange between them less than a month to the national elections. Kenyatta had earlier responded to a court victory for the opposition against Kenya's Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission by cautioning against any use of the court process to delay the elections. The president, addressing an election rally in the western county of Baringo, accuses the judiciary of taking them for fools, but Chief Justice David Maraga, in a statement a few hours later, warns that when political leaders cast aspersions on the administration of justice, which is based on a misinterpretation of his statements, it has the potential of impairing public confidence in the courts. The opposition has already brought a flurry of cases against the Electoral Commission, including the one settled on Friday, when the High Court ruled that contracts to print ballot papers for the presidential poll had not been awarded transparently. Kenyatta's chief rival is veteran opposition leader Raila Odinga, the head of the National Super Alliance, who was also the opposition candidate in both 2007 and 2013. A spokesman for Odinga said he had been hospitalized on Sunday with a suspected case of mild food poisoning. A big fire has erupted early Monday at Camden Lock Market, which is a popular tourist destination in North London. The London Fire Brigade said 10 fire trucks and 70 firefighters had been sent to the site shortly after midnight on Sunday, when a blaze erupted near Camden Stables. It said 3 floors and the roof of a building within the complex were on fire. Ambulance crews also rushed to the scene, but authorities said no injuries had been reported. The market is very popular with tourists and Londoners who are drawn to the area by the shopping and nightlife on offer. A different part of the market complex was ravaged by fire in 2008, and vendors were not able to operate for several months. Monday's fire came less than 4 weeks after a fast-spreading blaze engulfed the Grenfell Tower apartment block in West London, and that killed at least 80 people. Next is the business news. The National Insurance Commission (NICOM) says it is finalizing plans to assess the implementation of the regulatory priorities for the industry in 2017 and how to improve the local retention of insurance business and premium. The Commission, in a statement, says it will hold an interactive session with directors of insurance companies and the major policyholders in Nigeria. According to the Commission, major insurance consumers from the manufacturing, aviation, oil and gas, marine, transport, construction, health, and financial sectors of the economy are expected to attend the session. The Commission listed issues to be discussed as appropriate pricing of insurance, the risk-based capital, corporate governance, service delivery, insurance penetration, and the local retention of insurance in line with NICOM's regulations. Other issues are the Local Contents Act, consumer protection, prompt settlement of genuine insurance claims, among others. Finally, in the midday news is the sports news. Super Eagles of Nigeria short-stopper Carl Ikeme, who was diagnosed with acute leukemia, has drawn strength from the numerous support he has gotten since the sad revelation of the career-ending ailment. The goalkeeper, who plies his trade for English champion side Wolverhampton Wanderers, posted a picture of himself on Twitter at Carl_Ikeme with a message thanking everyone for their support. Ikeme was diagnosed last week Thursday of suffering from acute leukemia, an ailment which is commonly known as cancer of the blood. He has 10 caps for Nigeria since he made his debut in September 2015 against Tanzania. He has been Nigeria's first-choice goalkeeper ever since. That was the midday news, and just before we go, the major stories once again. 4 policemen sacked in Ogun Police Command for alleged extortion. Hajj Commission worried over low registration for 2017 Hajj. Military says it is tackling 14 major security threats nationwide, and 11 people killed, others injured in massive flooding in Niger State. On the foreign scene, we also told you that Kenyan president and chief judge in Cold War ahead of the national poll, and fire outbreak at the popular Camden Lock Market in London. For more stories and to listen to us live, please log on to our website www.rockcityfmradio.com/live. Thank you very much for listening. I am Chienye. Good afternoon.